Hi, ICSI through its announcement has opened up the exam form dates, and now from today onwards, that's 26th August, you can fill the exam form. I will be taking you through the step-by-step process on how do you fill up the exam form. Now, very important, your exam form can be filled only after you've given your pre-test and your ODOP. Now, for those students who have not yet completed the pre-test and the ODOP, I will share a link in the description where you can go and find out how do you give your pre-test, which is mandatory for both CS executive and CS professional students, and how do you give your ODOP, which is required only for CS executive students. Now, if you haven't done it, please go ahead and do it, because towards the end, it will be very difficult to complete your ODOP, and ODOP is now physical only. I advise you all to watch the full video in the description for ODOP and pre-test in case you haven't completed. Now, for all those students who have completed, what is the next step? The next step is to fill the exam form and you're set to give the exams. Now, how do you do it? I will take you through the step-by-step guide, and I want you to complete it today itself. So first you need to log in with your username in the ICSI Smash portal. You go in with your username, your password, and log in. Moment you log in, you will click on modules. In module, you will go for enrollment and examination enrollment request. This is where you have to go, where the exam form link will open up. It will open you to a separate link. On that link, you can then fill which module are you giving. You have to click on add enrollment request. So moment this link opens up, you have to click on add enrollment request. After you've done that, then a page like this will open up, which will give you various options. If you want to fill up for the exam form, then you can say which module are you giving, whether it's module 1 or module 2. You will have to choose your state, your course, whether in executive or in professional. You will have to choose your center. Now choose the center which is closest to you. Automatically they will give you various options within that center. It would come up various locations which tentatively could be where your exam would be held. So this is for the enrollment request. Once you do that, then you have to fill certain other details. You can see a preview, and then you have to make the payment. Now when you go to see what is the training details, the training details will contain your exam fees. Now exam fees is 1,200 per module. So in executive, if you're giving both the modules, your fees will be 2,400. Well, you have to fill the disclaimer, go to next, complete the entire payment process, and then you will be completing your exam form. Submission will be done. Now in case if you don't get any pop-ups, that may be because you have had you have blocked the pop-ups. Here you need to go. If things are not coming up, go here and just put allow all pop-ups from whichever comes in. Just click on allow all pop-ups, and then you will get all these links. Most probably you all already will get the link. This is only for some students who don't get it. Now next is what is the fees and what is the exam form last date, because some students like to wait for the last date, which is a very dangerous strategy. Second, some students must have not completed the pre-test and the ODOP. So for them to complete that will still take time. So let's know what is the last date. So without the late fees, the start date is today. That is when I'm uploading this video. This is your 26th August. So you can go ahead and submit your exam form today. All the best. Okay, for that. Now the end date is 25th September. After 25th September, if you try to fill, you will have to fill along with a late fee. Okay, with late fee. And I believe late fee and all those details will only happen because your ODOP batches you might not be getting. So don't at all wait. Immediately go ahead and register for your ODOP and pre-test, get those certificates and fill the exam form immediately, because lakhs of students are applying for this and it becomes very cramped up towards the end. Now the last date for the exam with the late fees is 10th October. If you don't fill by 10th October, you will not be allowed to sit for the examination. So by 25th September is the last date. By 10th October you can give with late fees. Okay, similar thing without late fees. If you want to add a module, let's say you filled a form for module 1 only and now you want to give both the modules. So this is for those students who want to add the module, then they have already submitted the form and now they want to add the module, so they can do that if they have done within the time period. If it is after 25th September, then they have to fill with the late fees. Now there is something also for exemption on basis of higher qualification. Now this is applicable for CMA students who have completed, who are in final. They have given you the criteria. They don't have to give the CMA subject. Or law students who got 50%, they don't have to give the GIGL subject. So they can claim that exemption. They can apply for exemption. This is the dates for them. The procedure is also given in the once you go in the detailed list. Okay. Now there's another thing. In case if you want to change your center, you want to change, instead of module 2 you want to give module 1, or instead of module 1 you want to give module 2. Okay, or you want to change the language in which you're giving the exam. Instead of English you're giving it in Hindi, etc. You want to cancel the exemption. Now this is a new thing. Let's say if I've got 60 up, I'll come to that also, for students who have given an exam, got an exemption but couldn't clear the group. So if they don't want the exemption, then they have to make an application for cancellation of exemption, which just hold, I will be telling you all the details for it also. So these are the dates for that, for those who want to do. Okay. Now what is the fees? Very simple. 1,200 per module. Same for professional. Late fees charges is rupees 250. Now very interesting and a good step by ICSI is they have opened up a center in Dubai. Now there are many students who are giving examinations from Dubai as well. So I have my students who are in Dubai. So they have to travel all over, back to India to give these examinations. CS has an international scope, international, presence is there. So students giving from Dubai, they can, who have opted for overseas center, they can opt for a center in Dubai only. They don't need to come in India. In Dubai only they can give the exam, and they have to pay around $100 or 7,970 in addition to the prescribed fee. This is if they have opted for the overseas center, which is currently in Dubai only. Okay. Now very important, ICSI has put a disclaimer and I want you to pay attention to this. Okay, that towards the end, if you're waiting for whatever reason, the portal will be down, everybody is applying, you will not find dates and you will be under pressure. And because of that, if the online portal crashes and the students are unable to submit it towards the last date, that's when everybody applies. ICSI will not be held responsible for failure on because of any technical or other problems. So ICSI has clearly said, do not fall into this. Please make your submissions way before. We see ICSI has given so much time. Don't wait. From today onwards, I want you to go ahead and submit it immediately. Now coming to a very important question which students ask is, I have got an exemption. Do I have to claim it? How do I have to claim? How can I cancel, etc. Now students who have got 60% or more in a subject have got an exemption. Let's say they got 60 up in one subject, but they couldn't clear the entire group due to aggregate, or they failed in one subject. So they have to repeat again. However, that one subject in which they have got an exemption, they do not have to give or make any application, the exemption is granted on automatic basis. So will be granted to the students by the institute automatically. So automatically you don't have to give that paper. However, if the student wants to give the paper, then he can apply for cancellation of the exemption. Now they have given you entire procedure for cancellation. I can show you, but the easier method to cancel the registration is directly go and sit for the paper. The day you sit for the paper, for that paper in which you got an exemption, amounts to automatic cancellation of exemption. So if I have got an exemption, I don't have to do anything. I don't even have, or exemption is granted automatically. Now if I want to cancel the exemption, I will simply go and give the exam paper. Okay. Now next is, if any student appears in the same thing which I told you, in which he has got a 60 marks criteria, the appearance will be treated as valid and the exemption granted will be cancelled without notice. So in case if you appeared for the paper, automatically your exemption gets cancelled. However, there is also a method in which you can request for cancellation by going to the ICSI Smash portal. If you want to want me to show you, let's see. Okay, so that is it. Just go ahead and sit for the paper in ICSI Smash portal. You will be able to cancel your registration as well. So that is it. Give the exam form, fill the exam form as soon as possible, join the Telegram groups. I have put the link in the description. Given your pretest, ODOP and exam forms are the 3 requirements to be eligible to give the December or the CS examination. I wish you all the very best. Thank you.